Okay, now we can start today guided meditation session. So I will remind the important points to when we are engaged in practicing meditation. So we have to remind ourselves when we sit for meditation. So these things are helpful. So all of you spend today for practicing meditation and listening Dhamma. So this is the last session. So I will speak about 10 to 15 minutes. After that, I will start the guided meditation. Then you can sit for about 40 minutes practicing meditation. So after that, I will you have a chance to ask questions regarding meditation. At the end of the meditation session, I will ring this bell 3 times, and then you can come out of the meditation and ask questions. So when actually the important thing is when as Buddhists, when we are practicing meditation, we practice meditation to having a peaceful time or giving a rest to our body and mind and having a peaceful time and let go all the worries which are always with our life. We let go, we forget all these things, we let go all these things and give a rest to our mind, give a rest to our body. Lord Buddha say the perception is etan santang etam panitang yadidan sabba sankara samato sabbupadi patinisaggo tanhakkayo virago nibbananti. It is sublime, it is delightful when all the doings go to the diminish and go to the end. Sabba sankara samato sabbupadi patinisaggo. All our clingings in our mind, we just let go. Patinisago, we let go. We detach from these things. We are releasing our mind from all the attachments. Tannakyo, virago, nirodho, nibbananti. So all these things, Buddha say, it is very peaceful, calm. So we are practicing meditation. Always Buddha say, Viveka nisitaya, viraga nisitaya, nirodha nisitaya, vosagga parinami. For we are practicing meditation to having viveka, viraga, nirodha. Viveka means the give a rest to our body and mind. Stop all doing and give a rest to our body and mind. Viraga is let the things fade away and disappear. So nirodha, let the things disappear. So these are the things we gain when we are practicing meditation. So we should know, we have to keep in mind the reality is related to our body and mind. This body and mind is a natural phenomenon. So when we are practicing meditation, we stop all doing. Sabba sankara samato. So we understand the doings of mind and we know these doings leads to suffering. Sabbe sankara anicchati yada panyaya passati ata nibbindati dukke esamaggo visuddhiya. All these sankharas are impermanent, non-self, and suffering. So once a person listen and practice those perceptions, they can use that knowledge to calming down, let go these doings of our mind. So when we are practicing meditation, we are mindfully watch what is going on inside our mind. When we see the activities of mind, we know these things leads to suffering. These things are arise based on causes and conditions. These things are not I, me, myself. So when we have that understanding, these things fade away and disappear. Lord Buddha say, when you see Mara, Mara disappear. If a person try to fight with Mara, definitely they will lose because fighting is an action of Mara. So only thing we have to do is identify the Mara, understand the Mara. That's all. Then the Mara disappears. So that's why we always kind to our bodies and minds because it is a natural phenomenon. This phenomena leads to suffering. All the products of this phenomena leads to suffering. So that's why the liberation from all suffering means achieving nirodha, not arising any of these things. Ultimately, we develop mind up to sanya vedita nirodha. That means all we experience the cessation of all feelings and perceptions. So that is the final state. That means then there at that stage, no more consciousness is there. Consciousness ceases at that point. So then that is the liberation from all suffering. So Lord Buddha say, when a person achieve those states, they can understand the difference between engage with these consciousnesses, at least this mind level consciousness. So we actually at the beginning, when as humans or the practitioners, early practitioners, we first let go the five senses and develop our mind to the jhana levels. So that is rupa vachara. We keep attention on fine material objects and we let go all the five senses. For doing this one, we focus attention to the four references of this body and mind. So the first thing is kaya anupassana. So the focusing attention to the body. And the last sankara or the action of the body is the breath. So that's why we focus attention on the breath and let it calm down and still. So for that is the first part of the satipatthana meditation. So all these meditations, so which leads to the samadhi. The satipatthana leads to samadhi. So before this satipatthana, we have to prepare our mind to engage with satipatthana. So that is why samma vayama, samma sati, samma samadhi. These last three factors come together. So the first we have to purify our mind, purify from all greed, hatred related mentality. The greed means we always our mind engage with this five sense world when we are living in our day-to-day life. So we cut off and let go all these attention of mind which goes to these five sense world objects. We release our mind from five sense world. So we stop thinking this the words which are arising in our mind. We stop, let go. We make our mind fully silent. We stop thinking about our past, what happened in past or what we have to do in future. All these things we cut off. All these things always related to the five sense world. That is called kamachanda. The desire to engage with five sense world. We cut off these things. Because if we engage with these things, we never get a rest. Our mind never get a rest. Always think about past, think about future. All, all the objects related to five senses, mind is running around these things. So no rest. So that's why Lord Buddha said, the five hindrances we have to let go. So we have to understand these are hindrances. This leads to suffering. So we train our mind to turn away from these things. So we inspire our mind to turn away from these things. How we inspire? We contemplate all these things as impermanent, non-self, not self, and leads to suffering sooner or later. These are the objects of suffering. So we train our mind to turn away from these five senses. That is called Nibbinang Virajyati Viraga Vimuchyati. So Nibbida arises when we contemplate on these things as impermanent, not self, and suffering. So that is the way how we train our mind, inspire our mind when we engage in practice. Let go things. So when we have that understanding, we always kind to whatever thing arises in our mind, because this is a natural phenomena. These things not belongs to I, me, myself. It is there is nothing we can call as I, me, myself here. This is a natural phenomena. Whatever thing we are experiencing is all arise based on causes and conditions. And none of these things are permanent. These things quickly change to different states. And all these things, if we attach to these things, or if we pay attention on these things, that all feelings, perceptions, volitions arise behind these things leads to suffering. Because all anicca stuff, all dukkha, all anatta, so leads to suffering. All are not under I, me, myself control. So that's why we train our mind to turn away from these objects and keep the attention of mind on the meditation object. That is the training. That is the way how we train our mind to turn away from five sense world objects. When we focus our attention and sustain attention on the meditation object, automatically we turn away from the five sense world. Not only that, when we keep mind on one object, the movement of mind stop. That means the craving go to the very low level. Because if the contact happen, passapaccha vedana, vedana paccha tanna. So if mind contact these five sensual objects through the mind, then the craving arise, all the volitions arise, all this mental process happen. When we turn away from these objects and keep attention on one object, mind release from all these activities. That's why the mindfulness then getting powerful, getting the power of mind getting increased, because the mind is still and focus on one object and keep attention on that object. So that is how it happens. So we should have this understanding what's going on. So then we are not try to control this process. Only thing, we maintain attention what is going on inside. So what is going on in our mind, body and mind? We watch. When we are watching, we see feelings, perceptions arise. We know these things not belongs to I. These are not I, me, myself. These are impermanent, subject to change and vanish. So we don't pay attention to those things. Let them arise, let them fade away, let them disappear. We keep attention on the breath object or the body object. At the beginning, we focus attention to the body and keep attention on the body and make the body comfortable and relax all the body muscles. And then after that, when the body becomes still and comfortable, we can focus the attention to the breath and watch the breath from beginning to end. So we should keep our mind always silent, not to think. Sometimes thoughts can come to our mind, but we let them fade away and disappear. We don't promote thinking. We don't pay attention to this thinking. We know thinking is a disturbance. Thinking always, the words related to this five sense world, the perceptions of word, the sounds. These are all the sound related things. These words, these are all belongs to the five sense world. So that's why we turn away from all the inner speech. Then mind become fully silent. This silent mind, when you focus attention of the silent mind to the meditation object, it is very powerful. It is less disturbances. If the talking mind focus attention, the power of mind is very low. So we have to keep in mind these basic things. So we are practicing meditation to having a rest, not to worry. We let go all worries. We enjoy the stillness of the mind. When we are practicing meditation, we always ready to enjoy the stillness of the mind and peace of mind. We enjoy these things and we don't pay attention to any worries because we don't worry, because we know everything impermanent, all not belongs to I, me, myself, or there is no I, me, myself. All these things arise based on causes and conditions. So we let them arise and pass away. We don't pay attention to those things. We keep attention on one object, meditation object, and enjoy the stillness of mind. Enjoy the peace of mind. Enjoy the rest we give to our mind. So that's the thing. When we are practicing meditation, we train our mind to have a peaceful time, stillness. So then it leads to deeper stages. So when we keep attention on the breath object continuously, so if your meditation go to deeper stages, then the light may appear. So then though you keep your eyes closed, so the light you can see. So when we see the light, we know that is a different state of mind. So still we can keep the attention on breath. If the light is bright enough, so then we can bring the attention to the center of the light. So actually it is the way how this meditation going to the Chittanupassana. So because light is normally take as the perception of mind. So it is a mind created perception. So then we bring attention to that object. Abhipam Abhippamodyan chittam, samadhan chittam, vimochayan chittam. The deeper levels of meditation start happening when the attention go to the light. So that is come in the later stages. So first we have to train our mind to stay with the breath object and be comfortable with the breath object and enjoy that comfortability, stillness. So then the mind naturally go to this you then experience the comfortability of body, the piti sukha. You start experiencing. When we are experiencing piti sukha, this light can appear, and then mind go to the different level. So these are the way how the things happen, but you should not expect things. Only thing, you have to keep attention in the present moment and enjoy whatever thing happening here. You don't expect anything. You are not going to get anything, but you are letting go. You stop doing. These are the most important things. We let go things and we stop all doing. Sabba sankara samato, sabba upadi patinissaggo. Anhakkayo virago nibbana. Etan santam etam panita. This is the direction we are going. These are the delightful things. We are going to enjoy that delightness. That's all. Okay, now you can sit in a comfortable posture. So if you are sitting on a chair, it is okay. So sit comfortably and close your eyes and bring attention to your body. Focus your mind attention to the body. Let the body settle down. Keep attention on your body. Keep your mind silent. Stop all thinking or inner speech. Now you can slowly scan from your toe to head, toes, deva, both legs. You can slowly scan for relaxing all the body muscles because then you can sit 40 minutes without any disturbance. So slowly scan your body. Keep attention on body and slowly scan your body and relax all body muscles. Keep silent attention on your body and enjoy the stillness of your body. Don't pay attention to the inner talk if the inner talk is going on. Don't pay attention. Make it silent and keep attention on your body. and let the mind calm and still. If you can clearly see the breath is going in and out, keep attention on your breath. Keep attention on breath to discern which direction is the breath is going, whether it is going in or out. So you watch the breath, which direction it is going. Always be kind to your body. Always be kind to your mind. Any disturbance happen, don't worry. Let them fade away and disappear. Keep attention on the meditation object. Always be kind to your body. Always be kind to your mind. Let the things fade away and disappear. Keep attention on breath to know which direction the breath is going. Keep your mind silent and silently watch the breath. Always understand which direction the breath is going. Just enjoy the peace of mind while watching the breath. Don't expect anything else. Keep continuous attention on breath. from starting point to ending point. Keep continuous attention on breath. Just enjoy the peace of mind while watching the breath. Don't expect anything else. how peaceful and delightful your body and how the time gone. Now we are coming to the end of the meditation session. I will ring the gong 3 times. Then you can come out of the meditation. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask now. When we are practicing meditation, we always kind to our body and mind. That is, come from the right motivation. Because we know our bodies and minds are natural phenomena. So the causes and conditions drive this body and mind. So that's why we let the things be, let the things fade away and disappear. Be always kind. Then the mind becomes still, calm, and calm. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask them.
Yeah, thank you, Bhante. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, the first question is, what is Bhavanga Sita?
Yeah, this is another question because the Bhavanga Sita is the mind which always run in the with this life. It is actually the talking mind is the one we normally know as mind. It is conscious mind. So this is the subconscious level. So it is a very good thing to understand when we stop this thinking mind, the talking mind, then we keep attention on our body. Then we see why, how this body want to move or change the posture, or the sometimes pains come. So there is no words in that level of mind. That is, you first actually talking mind is vachi sankara. So then you see the kaya sankara. Once you stop vachi sankara and your mind get calm and still and focused on your body, you see the bodily sankara. Actually, this breath is drives by mind. So these are the parts of the subconscious mind. So the Bhavanga Chitta is the more deeper level, the function. Even a person who attains jhanas, this Bhavanga Chitta is work. Even a person go to sleep, the Bhavanga Chitta is work. It is a part of the existence. So that's why this Bhavanga Chitta is the term the Lord Buddha, I haven't seen in suttas this Bhavanga Chitta, but in the later Buddhism use this term, the Bhavanga Chitta, because that is what explained. So when your mind goes to the the higher states or the Sanya Vedita Nirodha, what how your mind comes back to the fine material realms or the lower this five sense world. So it go to the cessation of these feelings, perceptions, volitions. But still there is underlying tendencies. to bring back to the other states, or bring back the feelings, perceptions, volitions in the later states. So that's why the Bhavanga Chitta is the more lower level work. So that is how we understand it. So when we see these practices, when go to deeper stages, even the jhana level, you have that experience. So this feelings, perceptions, even up to second jhana, that means the first jhana has vitakka vichara. That is uh, the last final level of sankara. So when come to the second jhana, so this sankara stops. So then the vitakka vichara stops, and then have the feelings and perceptions. That is how in suttas you can clearly see Lord Buddha talk like this. So the last sankara is the vitakka vichara, that is the rupavachara. So then have the feelings and perceptions. And then those feelings and perceptions also go to cessation, then go to the sanya vedita nirodha. Still, these underlying tendencies are there. That's why the mind come back to the vitakka vichara, or these feelings and perceptions, and then come to the lower states, or the advert five senses.
Thank you,
Chutti,
Bhante.
Pratisandhi, Bhavanga, all these three is normally in Abhidhamma explained. Is there any other questions?
Yes, thank you, Bhante. The next question is, what is the difference between near-death experience and actual death? NDE always seem pleasant.
Yeah, the death is even the near-death experience. People experience something out of this human body. So death is when the death moment you so this is also the near death experience, also some kind of experience of death, but still the mind have expectation to come back to the human body never fully discard. Once the mind fully discard the human body, that means you have to discard the whole life. That means all the attachments related to this human body, all your activities, your expectations, all related to this human life, you have to let go. That's why Lord Buddha say, upadanassa chedo, alebarassa nikkepo. The marana, the death is, Lord Buddha explained like that. So you have to cut off and let go all the wantings or attachments already you have. Because you are already attached to your bank accounts, car, your possessions, your home, everything. When the death is happening, when the body go to the death, that means the body you can't recover, and the mind can. That means you can't experience through this body again. So you know no more life with this body. So then you have to cut off all the upadana related to this life. So upadanasa chedo kalebarasa nikkepo. This you are give up this human body. That is called marana, death. So it is different to, because you when you read these NDs, you can see this person is exists in a different state of existence. So that's why that person can do things to influence others, can go here and there, but still the attachments are there. That in the person who experienced the ND want to come back to the human body. So that's why that person come back to the human body and again come to that human life, because still he haven't give up all the attachments related to this human life. So but sometimes they experience, they think that experience, this outer body experience is much happier than here. But still, the attachments of the life, they're related to the mind, brings the mind back to the human life. It is a stream of consciousness. How this stream of consciousness drives? So your attachments, wantings, your cravings drives your human this stream of consciousness. So you can, when you read these NDs, you can understand how they experience, why they come back to the human life. So because the attachments, wantings, upadana pacchaya bhava, bhava pacchaya jati. This one explained in this, when you read these near-death experiences. But when the body go to the death, so then they can't come back to this human life. All your possessions you have to cut off and let go. It is sometimes for some people it is a sad situation, because they are not ready to give up all these things at that moment. So sometimes they go to the next birth to fulfill those wantings or the attachments. Depending on those attachments, they go to the next life, because they want to fulfill those needs or the things. Sometimes when you read these past life stories, Professor Ian Stevenson's research work, so in some cases, some people go to next life to pay debts they took in this life. So these kind of things are very, very inspiring to see how this mind works. Is there any other questions? Is it okay?
Yes, yes, thank you. Are Dasa Kusal and Dasa Akusal mentioned in the suttas?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. The Dasa Kusal and Dasa Akusal is this Panatipata, Dattadana, Kamisu Michachara, Musavada, Pisunavacha, Parusavacha, Sampappalapa, Abhijja, Domanasa, Michaditti. This is Dasa Kusal and Dasa Akusal. These are the Dasa Akusal. So the Dasa Kusal is the Veramani. Avoid these things, is a Dasa Kusal. So these things are the basic teachings of Buddhism. Actually, this important part is Abhijja, Domanasa, Michaditti. So Lord Buddha say this Michaditti is the worst akusala. Because if a person they train their mind, or then the body, speech, and mind to have to avoid these the unskillful verbal actions and bodily actions, but if they have the delusion, this michaditti, it leads to arise again all the akusala sankara in the future, because michaditti is the most dangerous thing. So that's why Lord Buddha say, even though you train your mind, body, speech, and mind all to good things, these things can't guarantee, because when you are facing in different situations, sometimes your mind tends to give up these the good things you develop. That means the verbal behaviors, bodily behaviors, which the good behaviors you develop. Sometimes you let go, you abandon these things, and you fall into bad verbal actions, bodily actions. So you can see when If you now these days you can think about the Ukraine. So most of the people, they haven't think of to go to war or fight with the other people. But when they come to this situation, how they deal with this life, what they have to do. So they choose to go to the war. So they train themselves to use the weapons or different other equipment for supporting to the war, to protect their country. So this protecting their country come from where? So how they take this their life, how they take their experiences, because the deluded mind can fall into the greed, hatred at any time. You can train good things, but you can't hold on to good things if you don't have the right view. So that's what Lord Buddha said. So that's why Lord Buddha say this uh, wrong view is the most dangerous akusala. So you can understand and get rid of these things when you listen to Dhamma and practice the right perceptions. Then you can abandon the wrong view. So that's what I teach. I mentioned in the Dhammadesana today morning. So we had to focus our attention on these things and correct our perceptions. Then we can correct our mind. Then we can correct the view. When we are seeing the world in the right way, so we always kind to our bodies and minds, and we always kind to other living beings, because all these bodies and minds run based on causes and conditions. So listening to Dhamma is one cause which leads to the right understanding, correction the perceptions, correct the mind, and develop the right view. It comes from listening Dhamma. That's why Lord Buddha say the only way you come to this path, or to correct the right, to develop the right view, is seeing Aryas, Aryanandassavi, Sappurisanandassavi, Arya Dhammasa Kovido, Arya Dhamme Vinito. So that is the only way you can come to the right view and right path. Otherwise, you don't get this one. Parato Gosha, Yoniso Manasikara. In different places, Lord Buddha explained in different forms. Kalyana Mitta Seven. All these, the root thing is to associating with Kalyana Mitta, or the people who understand Four Noble Truths, or the practice the path to deeper stages. When you associate with that kind of people, you are automatically get the inspiration to practice the right thing. So practice the right view. When you are practicing the right view, you naturally fall into the path.
Thank you, Bhante. Any other questions? No more questions, Bhante.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, then I can see, I think Venerable Mettavihari is there, no?
Yes, yes.
Okasa Vandami Bhante. Bhante, I saw after a long time. Okay. So then we can finish today. So then are we doing Anumodana as usual? Yes.
Yes, Bhante.
Idang vo nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang vo nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang vo nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Ittavata cammehi sambatang punya sampadang. Sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. එත්තාවතාචයම්මේහි සම්බතං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සබ්බේ භූතා අනුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පatti සිද්ධියා එත්තාවතාචයම්මේහි සම්බතං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සබ්බේ සත්තා අනුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පatti සිද්ධියා ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු ශාසනං ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු දේශනං ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු මම් පරන්ති ඉමිනා පුඤ්ඤ කම්මේන මාමේ බාල සමාගමෝ සතං සමාගමෝ හෝතු යාව නිබ්බාන පත්තියා ඉමිනා පුඤ්ඤ කම්මේන මාමේ බාල සමාගමෝ සතං සමාගමෝ හෝතු යාව නිබ්බාන පත්තියා ඉමිනා පුඤ්ඤ කම්මේන මාමේ බාල සමාගමෝ සතං සමාගමෝ හෝතු යාව නිබ්බාන පත්තියා කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා පතං අච්ඡයං කමමේ භන්තේ භූරි පඤ්ඤ තථාගත කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා පතං අච්ඡයං කමමේ ධම්ම සම්දිට්ඨික අකාලික කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්ඡයං කමමේ සංඝ සුපටිපන්න අනුත්තර සාසං
බොහොම ස්තුතියි Bhante. Thank you very much. Much merit to you.
සුවපත් වේවා බොහොම පිං
සාදු.
ආරාධනා කරා
සුවපත් වේවා සාන්තස්.
හොඳයි එහෙනම් නවත්තන්නන්නේ හොඳයි
තෙරුවන් සරණයි.